Have you sang Not Like Us with kids yet?
No, but it's coming.
It's got to.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, not like us.
Yeah.
Not like us.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show. Who's ready to fellowship? Praise Jesus. Praise Mohammed. Allah Akbar. Praise Zeus. Who else? Medusa. Poseidon. Come on. Shout out to Krishna and Vishnu. Everyone is welcome to fellowship here at Tosh Show.
You forgot Buddha.
Fuck. Buddha. Big boy. I love you too. It's the Olympics that has gotten me into this mood of just loving everyone, no matter where they come from. Love the Olympics. I don't love all the events. There should be 3 events in the Olympics: swimming, gymnastics, and running. The end. Don't even get me started on dressage. Fucking horses. Get your own Olympics. These games are for people. Breakdancing. Oh, man. So excited about breakdancing. Who gives a shit? Beatboxing. You put that in the Olympics, I'm watching. Which country can beatbox the best? Get that old drunk Justin Timberlake. Dust off his hand. Huh?
That old drunk.
I don't think he saw that coming.
No. The Olympics. I've never been more prideful of my homeland, Germany.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I love all the Olympics, too. Got the Paralympics, the Special Olympics, and the Real Olympics. Do they call it the Real Olympics? I don't think they do. I think they just call it Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember when Johnny Knoxville did that movie about the Special Olympics?
Right.
Woo! You want to talk about things that wouldn't fly today? I think anybody's name that's in that credit from start to finish should be canceled. What we need is a Golden Olympics, 70 plus. You know, like how they did the Golden Bachelor?
Right.
Which was a rating success, but for true love for him, turned out to be a disaster. And the reason is old people don't deserve to be in love again.
Oh.
It's just gross. You don't need it. Just stop. You're done. You don't need love. You don't need intimacy. Nobody wants to watch you kiss. It makes me sick to my stomach. You like watching old people kiss? Yeah, that's a weird fetish. Is there old people porn?
Yes.
Yeah. Dylan.
Jeez.
God damn it, Dylan's disgusting.
He likes the sounds they make.
All right, so I want to do a Golden Olympics, 70 plus, and it's all the same events. You're telling me you wouldn't want to watch an 80-year-old woman attempt the vault just as fast as she could down that runway and just hit it and see what happens? Oh, that would be fun to watch. I just feel like we got to give old people, one last hurrah. It could be an Olympic event. Singing. Why isn't that competitive? There's tons of competition shows for singing. What country has the best singers? We would dominate singing. You know who we could send to represent our country in singing? Today's guest. Enjoy. Tosh Show. My guest today is the only person I can tolerate coming to my house knowing that they're going to make as much noise as possible. Please welcome my son and all his friends' favorite music teacher, Musiic.
Hi.
Hello to music. Hello to music. Hello. It's beautiful to see you.
That's it. It's beautiful.
I don't participate in the classes with my kids because singing for me, I'm always very self-conscious and I've always been embarrassed to sing out loud. But years I lurk. I lurk.
You're always there at the end. I love it.
All right, let's start music. And your name is Music, so we got to get that out of the way real quick. Extra I in there.
Extra I, let's make it different, they said.
You have two musically inclined parents that were...
One musically inclined, one fan.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mom fan, dad musician.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's just go with music.
Kind of. It was a fight for my dad.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, mom's like, that's it. That's her name. No middle, no last. But I did end up getting a middle and last.
You did?
I know.
Wait, no middle and last?
Yeah, she was just like music.
Okay.
All right.
That's
you know,
nonsense.
7, you know what I'm saying? It's just hippie stuff.
Would you consider yourself a hippie?
No, hippie-ish. I'm on the border.
You're definitely a hippie.
You think so?
Yeah, of course you are.
You see that? Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen one, but I know they're there.
How do you know?
I feel it. I see shadows.
I see shadows. Those are real.
I don't know if those are blips in my eyes or if that's a fucking ghost, but I feel like there's ghosts.
Did you love your name growing up?
No. It took me a minute. I put it, my middle name is Kia, and I would say, just say it together, Music Kia. Like I made a whole nother, it was weird.
Music Kia.
Yeah.
I'm not calling you Music Kia. It's too much.
I know. And then when I got older, I'm like, yeah, let's just drop it. You were right, Mom.
Did you feel pressure to become a musician?
I don't think so, no. I didn't feel pressure. I just always loved it, just kind of always doing it.
Now, you're a musician in
Yeah.
every sense of the word.
Yeah.
How many instruments can you play?
Just guitar, my voice, I consider that an instrument.
What about piano?
I mean, I can bang some shit out on normal, on some
Okay.
basic chords and kind of while I'm writing, like kind of go to the piano.
The genre of music that you perform
Yeah.
is rock?
Rock, sing-writer, song sing-writer.
Do you love performing live?
Yes, I do. It's a whole thing. It's nothing else. I think I'm best when I'm live because you can't help but to be, It's kind of there. People are waiting for you to do. I like it. I like playing with other musicians and listening. And, I started off as a background singer, so I like listening and jumping in there and vibing with people. So I love live.
And who have you sang with before?
Macy Gray, you know who that is?
Yeah, I know who Macy Gray is.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Nika Costa, do you know who that is? Some other dumb people that I didn't, that I don't care to mention. But yeah.
You got to sing at Paisley Park
I did.
with Prince.
With Nika Costa. He invited her to sing there. And it was like he appeared out of the floor. Pretty cool. It's like, this is Prince. And I think he gave me a compliment on my solo.
What do you?
He said, well, whoever opened their mouth and sang, tell me something good. And I was like, oh my God, that was me.
That's great.
I know.
Oh, that's pretty good.
No, he got to be in my orbit a lot.
Did you love Prince?
Oh my God, yes. We roller skated, hung out at his house at night. It was just rad.
Your dad did vocals for Bonnie Raitt, Michael Jackson, and you too?
Yeah, he was on a lot of stuff. So I was drug around in that area, in that arena.
Was that bad for a kid growing up?
I wouldn't do it with my kid, but it was some fun stuff.
Hey, congratulations. You're an empty nester now.
Almost 6 weeks.
6 weeks and she's leaving? Are you going to be so sad?
So sad. I mean, I'm going to be there for a few weeks, just hanging out, lurking.
Does she sing?
She does, but that's not her primary goal. That's her hobby.
Your kid's going to New York?
She's going to Pratt.
That's exciting.
I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is she excited about it?
So excited. I think I don't think she's ever coming home.
No, she'll come home.
I don't know.
She'll be.
I'm looking at apartments in Brooklyn. I'm like,
Oh, would you move there?
100%.
Oh, man.
I love Brooklyn. And I
No,
don't know.
I get why you love it, but it's just like, I was just getting sad thinking, oh, am I going to follow my kids around?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
You just want to be there, even if they don't want you. You just kind of want to hang out. I'll just be there.
Were you always cool, Mom?
I must be because she's throwing all the parties at my house lately. So I must be. They said I was the chill mom. I don't know how that happened.
Is it because you have gummies?
Everywhere in little corners. Go ahead, kids. No, I am chill though. I just want to make sure they're cool and I'll drive them all.
Here's what I want for my children.
Yeah, tell me.
I just want them to be nice.
100%.
That's all I care about.
And he is.
I know because when he's not, I fucking get real angry.
Right? That's kind of my deal too. with my kid. I'm like, I don't care what, you just cannot be an asshole.
Right.
You cannot be rude. Like,
Just
I will
be
shut
sweet to
shit
people
down.
and I will
I'll
do
get you
anything.
anything.
That's what I say.
Fucking get you anything, but you better be nice to people.
And then you somehow stumbled into singing with children.
Really interesting, unexpected jump. Yes.
How did that happen?
A friend of mine, a musician I sang with a while ago, she's just drugged me like, come see what I'm doing with these kids. It's just sweet. It'll make you feel good, you know? And that literally at that time in my life, I'm like, okay, it didn't need the money and it did make me feel good. Everybody's giving me a hug afterwards, you know, I was being all healed and I was like, okay. So whenever I had time in between tours, I'd call them like, I can teach for a couple weeks. And that's what I did. But when I had my kid, I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
Pretend we haven't met before and describe what your classes are like.
So my classes are let's have fun, experiment with different types of sounds. I'm going to make you sing. I'm going to make you dance. But this is just to open up your musical, genres and like just introduce the kids to different rhythms, different sounds. We're playing. I'm in the moment. That's I guess, my skills. Like we can kind of make it up in 45 minutes.
Your energy is what nobody can match.
True.
When you're like doing it, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
It's like a
I remember during the pandemic, that's when I could really lurk on your classes.
Yeah,
Because I'd
yeah.
just be like
What the
watching them
hell?
sitting in front of the TV with you on the screen. Just did you enjoy the Zoom classes or not as much?
No, fuck no.
I got
It's
you.
not the same.
Of course, it's not the same, but I thought you were cleaning up during the pandemic because everybody else was like, "Oh, this is great."
They jumped on it. I'd look at the Zoom and be like hundreds for a while, like 2 pages of people. You know who was the last? Carly.
What do you mean it
held
was the
out.
last?
Like that was holding on to like people were dwindling off as the pandemic was going on. I feel like Carly, they were just like, she's like, I'm still here. It's like, I love you. I'm coming to Malibu.
What's the youngest age that you start singing with these kids?
I tell parents it's up to them, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's even more so we're doing more things that we like and less, you know what I mean? Less kiddie things. But yeah, as long it's really between you and the kid. I'm trying to make you happy. You sing whatever you want to sing, even if your voice sucks.
Yeah.
Just want to have fun.
My wife's voice is horrible. She can't sing, but she's loud, and that helps.
And she's like a student too. She's the only mom in class that's like, I'm here with you, Musiic. I am gonna do all the stuff.
Now, as a parent, I guess that you think my son was the greatest.
Awesome,
But do you even
obviously.
remember my son, or did they all just blend together?
No, I remember.
Todd.
And I'm not just saying that. He's like Carly. I mean, he's just a very focused student. And like, student. You know what I mean? I'm not a teacher either. But he's just always so focused. He's a little different. Like, he'll sit there and pay attention the whole entire time and do everything I say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you guys did that, but you did it. I think it's Carly.
No, it has nothing to do with her.
It's you.
I know so many songs I know that are just from you. That every day of my life, at some point, I'm singing them.
They just stick
I've got
there.
10 little fingers and they all belong to you. I can make them do things. Just you wait and see. I can shut them up tight. I can open them wide.
Yeah.
Put them together.
I didn't write these, by the way. I just found shit along the way. I was like, that's smart. And
Rocket ship to the moon.
That's
rocket
complicated.
Ship to the moon.
That's like a 6'8", the whole thing. And they don't even know their body's doing this little weird 6'8" thing. And it's in there.
How important is it for children to learn to play an instrument?
Important? I think it's helpful. I think it's...
When should I lock my kid into a room with a piano and be like...
Lock him in?
I don't know how to teach people.
He seems like he's into it. So lock him in, I don't know, 6.
Okay, fine.
I always say start with the rhythm first because you can get away with a lot. If you have good rhythm, you can kind of fake your way. That's how I fake my way through a lot of instruments is because I'm rhythmically okay. My right hand's good. My left hand sucks, but my right hand's holding down. So I think if you start them off at drums and then go piano, so you're training their ears, and then get them on guitar.
Oh, man.
We got this.
That's so
I
much.
got you. So I got...
Bill and Sandy.
It's fine.
Oh.
They're going to be just fine.
I swam across, I wrote a song for you.
You don't sing traditional wheels on the bus bullshit with kids.
Can't do it. just for my own sanity. I feel like if you guys are having fun, they're going to have fun. And they don't hear,
And what's for the children?
There's a
Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang's
all day for the kids.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang for the kids. Not a lot of Wu-Tang I can do in class, but I did do Shimmy Shimmy Ah a few weeks ago. Some dad came in, what's that song? Shimmy Shimmy. I was, oh, Dirty Bastard? Like, let's do it. And the whole class, ooh, baby, I like it raw. I don't know.
Have you ever thought of having kids work on like a diss track?
A diss track?
Yeah.
No, never thought about that.
You big Drake fan?
I am a big Drake fan.
You're Team Drake?
I'm not Team Drake.
You're Team Drake?
I'm team middle. I'm not doing that.
Bullshit.
I'm not going in and out. I love Drake, but I hear what Kendrick's saying. When you're from LA, I mean, it's kind of like they're not like us. I feel that.
Have you sang Not Like Us with kids yet?
No, but it's coming.
It's got to.
Right?
Yeah.
They not like us.
Yeah.
Not like us. I can probably do that.
Now, you were in my son's life for many years.
Yeah.
And you would come out to Malibu.
Yeah.
And then you stopped.
And I stopped.
You refused to.
Kind of.
You don't really like promote yourself.
I don't. It's word of mouth, and I got to do what works for me and my kids' schedule, you know? And if it's Malibu, you guys caught me in a really good time where it was like COVID and wasn't a lot of traffic. And I was like, this is great. And I love the ladies up there. Like, it's very chill. It's very much my vibe. That I'm really bad. Like, once I get attached to a class, and I just try to keep going.
Yeah, you did.
know, no
and then
end.
until you started ghosting my wife.
I did not ghost her. I was like, it's too far.
She would like write like just
do
the
it.
most heartfelt things
She
to get
really
you, and then
did.
you would just like, oh, you put a heart emoji on it, and that was it. And you just
Not true.
and I'm like, why can't you get music here? And she's like, I don't know. I keep trying.
I would if I lived in Malibu.
And it's just rude though, because it's like, to me, here's the question. It's like
Okay.
a social experiment.
Okay.
For my children, because I have two children, and I want to see which one turns out better. The
Okay.
one that you sang to,
Ooh.
or the one that's only met you one time.
But we're going to try and see which one ends up better. I think they're going to be the same.
Let's talk about the fact that you go to a lot of these like elitist communities
Oof,
with
yeah.
all these white bitches.
It's rough. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Is that something that you're aware of, where you're like, oh, this is...
Aware? Yeah. It's interesting.
It wasn't something you sought out.
Hell no. I don't know how the 1%, that's where I'm at, and it's word of mouth, and they have.
Is there people that you're just like, no, I'm not gonna work with you anymore?
Yes. I've literally looked at a group and been like, yeah, I'm not coming back. And I was like, you all look dead. And it came out like that. I said, you all look dead. Like, I couldn't help it. They're just staring off in space. They're not like engaged with their kids. They're like, 10 little fingers. I don't know. I'm like, I'm fucking out. Like, I don't have to do this.
Yeah, listen, your business
know what I
model,
mean?
your business model is unbelievable.
It works. They like it. They're sadistic. I don't know.
Talk about some of the crazy shit you've seen from these maniacs, because you're going to their houses.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to say that they are probably on their best behavior when I come. So they probably hide, people in the basement.
You have all kinds of scheduling problems because people would want you to do this constantly.
Yes.
And you just say no to everybody.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I just can't do it. Yeah, because I do 2 a day as my tops, mentally, emotionally. Because sometimes I am there for hours afterwards and everybody is talking to me and
That's on you.
crying.
That's on you for not leaving. Just
No,
say you have to
they're
go.
crying and they need a hug. And
Well, you're talking about the children or the
the
parents?
parents.
Who the fuck's
women?
what woman is crying on you?
Ooh, a lot.
Why? Why are they crying?
They're emotional. Something's happening in the class. I swear to God, there's like so unintentional somatic work that's happening because I think because I'm making them sing, then they're like beating the shit. I'm like, this is your chance to beat the drum. And then they're making them dance. Whoever makes them dance. Now they're loosening up in other ways. Now I'm laying them down and playing them like landslide or some shit. Like the waterfalls, like it's just, and I'm like, okay, well, let's talk. And then I'm there for 3 hours.
Oh, you're a therapist for these
That's what
fucking
someone called me
entitled
the other time.
assholes?
Yeah. Sometimes it's rough. This lady one time, she goes, my husband's been gone for like 2 weeks, Musiic. Now I feel like you. Like I'm like a single mom like you. I was like, ooh, bitch, no, you're not. Like, no, you're not.
You and I are the same.
Ooh, no.
We're the same.
And I'll say that shit. I'm like, bitch, no, you're not.
How much you charge for classes? My wife won't tell me.
Ooh, I'm a lot. It just depends. I do as a group, so it's like 8 classes, like $2,000 for 8 classes. But people can split that. The host can split that.
Well,
with however many people.
What if you show up to a class and they have like 30 kids there?
I charge way extra. Anything after 7 kids. Beep.
Okay. Any famous moms that you've ever turned down?
Yes, but I don't turn them down because of them. I just don't have the time, and I'm not gonna rearrange.
Why won't you sing to Paris Hilton's kid?
How did you find that out? Did I say that?
I don't know.
Damn it. I didn't have time. I didn't have time, and they're apparently pissed about that.
What about nannies with
Sometimes
a kid?
I prefer their nanny over
do?
Depends on the mom.
See,
They're way more.
I told Carly that when we
nannies.
started having you sing in our house, I said, no nannies are allowed at this house.
I feel that though. I vibe that. Like then you're like forcing parents to be involved with their fucking kids' lives. Yeah. But sometimes the parent, I don't know, like they need those nannies like better than them.
What's the worst thing that these moms can do? When
Talk the whole time. Talk on their fucking phone, talking about how cute the baby is. I'm like, why don't you guys talk about that afterwards?
Do you hang out afterwards and like to chit chat for a bit or no?
With most of my classes, it's interesting. A lot of classes have parties, full-on parties afterwards. Spreads and drinks, mimosas.
Now I know why you stopped coming.
That's why I stopped coming. Where's the booze?
We didn't do any of that shit.
No, I don't need all of them. That would be way too much.
I'm going home after this and bringing up, why the fuck didn't you have champagne? We're looking like second-rate citizens here.
No, thank God. Every class cannot do that. It would be ridiculous. And I'd be drunk all the time.
What's your drug of choice?
Weed.
Mine's attention.
Well, then I should say weed and food. I don't know. No, I had to tell a class, I'm like, maybe we don't have sprinkle cupcakes every week, because now they're just thinking about sprinkle cupcakes and I'm thinking about champagne and maybe we don't.
We would always make these really healthy muffins.
Yes, something nice.
But we wouldn't,
that.
and you would eat those things.
I like her.
They were disturbing.
But I like.
They're not even real. They're not even real ingredients. Or I'm sorry, it's all vegetables and stuff. But it's not a real recipe. She's just blending things up and calling it a muffin.
She fucking hit the nail on the head a lot of times though, and I don't know if it's because I grew up like earthy, crunchy like that, but she was killing it. Those carrot muffins.
Are you a vegetarian?
I've never tasted beef or pork, but I don't consider myself a vegetarian.
You've never tasted it.
Never had a hamburger, bacon, nothing.
I don't eat beef, but I've certainly tasted it.
Yeah.
Your folks just were like, yeah.
They were hardcore about it and not like just on the health tip.
What about your siblings? Are they?
Oh, no, different. They eat meat. I'm the only one, so they love meat. So I'm just the only one.
You're the only with an original name, and you're the only one that doesn't eat meat ever.
Ever.
Have you had famous musicians' kids? Have you done classes with them?
Yes.
Does that intimidate you in any way or no?
Fuck yes. Certain, like one of my favorite guitar players was in there, and I'm like, shit. Like, you want to play? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to play it for me? But then I was so validated because they started coming to 2 classes a week, so by himself, like without his nanny. He was just coming with his 2 kids. And I was
at
like,
least he brought his kids.
Huh?
I said, at least he brought his kids.
At least he brought his kids. He did bring his kids, but he was rad. There's a few that I'm like, God damn, I just start sweating inside. And I'm like, I'm not that great. And they're like, you're great. And I'm like, am I? I don't know. It's intimidating. Some people are intimidating for sure.
Who is it?
Tom Morello. Do you know who that is? From Rage Against the Machine?
I know him.
Okay.
Is that the person I told you the story about?
Tim Comerford.
Tim Comerford. Yeah, he embarrasses me when I see him in public.
Does he?
He's a fan of my comedy.
Oh, love it.
And he starts screaming at me. Like,
No.
Your comedy's... And I'm like, okay, please stop doing
Oh my God, I love that.
This
That's
is
amazing.
horribly embarrassing.
Why? That's so cool because you're actually funny.
Am I the only person that's ever carried all of your stuff?
The only one. And I talk about it and brag about it to other dudes all the time.
And that doesn't make them pick it up? Like
Couple people.
When she shows up, she's got, in the back of her car, she's got 1 million instruments for the kids to play. It's a huge bag. It's probably 60 pounds. And that was my job.
I was just always so impressed by that. I mean, it's like on the dot, you're waiting to pick up my stuff. I was like, I love him. No, I tell every dad just so they feel small.
Good. Mm-hmm. Dads are shitty.
Shitty.
You ever slept with any of your students' dads?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not.
You want to?
Definitely not.
All right.
A lot of dads come to class, and the handful that I do, they're so awesome. They wouldn't even. I'm like, they're in a good place.
Not me.
Yeah, right.
I've been on a rocky road for a
Yeah,
long time.
right. You're stupid.
What's your dating status right now?
Single.
You all horned up?
Yep. Totally.
Are you dating?
A minute. No, I broke up with someone. No, it's been a good 6 months. That I'm just
6 months
ready.
is a great amount of time to
I
get
know,
back into.
exactly. It's where I'm feeling.
Will you jump on the apps?
No.
You do it old school style.
I need people to introduce me to people. I've been on the apps, jumped on for like 24 hours.
Uh-huh. And then you were like,
6 months
no?
ago, I was like, this is the same fucking dudes that were on here 10 years ago.
it's-
Last time I was singing, that's sad. I was
Yeah.
like, but I am, so I don't know.
I always give everybody a gift on the show because I just take stuff from my house and I give it away.
Oh, okay.
I just walk around my house.
You
and I
just do?
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
Two things. One thing I wanted to give you. This is a book my wife wrote, but I think they stole your story. It's a woman about being a music teacher. Things go off the rails.
So interesting. Someone called me about a book. I like this.
Agrees to do musicians for like wealthy infants in New York's Park Avenue. Anyway, I want you to find out if they stole this from you.
I think someone hit me up about this. She was like, I think this is your story, but she's in New York, and it's like
This
book
is
that
also
goes off
for
there.
you.
What the fuck is this?
It's a piano that you step on. You know.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely
I don't
use...
want you give this to a kid.
Okay. I can definitely use this.
I don't want it. But you know who gave me this?
Not in class. I'm bringing this to class.
I'll do whatever you want with it.
Really?
You know I don't like it.
F.A.
It's in my-
Shorts.
You know who gave me this?
Who?
Mona.
Mona. I love her. She's hilarious.
Yeah, well, she gave it to us, and I don't want it in my house.
Okay.
So I was like, Mona. And Mona
Thank
she
you.
tries to pretend like she's not a white girl in Malibu just because she's Egyptian. But,
Right?
But
I
I'm
love
like,
her.
But I'm like, you're
though.
still a white chick.
She's so fun. I love her.
Do you
She
consider
cracks me
Egyptians?
up.
Do you consider Egyptians white chicks?
Guess not.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh, all right. Then
All right.
then fine. Then she counts as somebody different.
Maybe that's, yeah, I don't. I'm taking this shit. No,
Yeah, put that on
I'm
the floor.
hype about this because someone told me about this.
Have you any of the kids that you've taught when they were little, have any of them grown up to a part now where you're like, oh no, they're a singer now?
Yeah, there's a, yeah.
Are you serious?
J.J. Abrams' daughter, like she came to a few classes and I think she's doing really big. I think she just opened up for like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she can sing.
She can sing.
You sang with her when she was a little kid?
Yeah, her aunt was huge in it. And she was like, you gotta meet my niece. She was so sweet, so sweet. That's the only one I could think of that's like doing like, but I've gotten lots of videos where the bands are ridiculous that they're doing.
Have you ever thought about like you sign all these kids when they're 2 to 3 to like these lifelong contracts?
That would be amazing.
You should just try
I
it.
didn't want any part of that, you know? When they say that, everybody has a joke. Well, I feel like this is because of you. I feel like if he becomes the next Sam Smith, well, that's not the one I wanted to use, but something like that, it's because of you, you know? I'm like,
So
wait, what's the kid with the red hair? Singer-songwriter.
Ed Sheeran.
Thank you,
Ed.
Ed Sheeran. Someone just said that. I think he's going to be the next Ed Sheeran. It's going to be because he, I'm like,
Was that kid
That's
ugly?
amazing.
Is that was the point?
he's so beautiful and he's amazing.
Oh my God.
He's just very guitar. Yeah, I don't know. But I do. There's some people that I'm like, that fool's like the next Bowie or something, you know? You can kind of see it. And one of them, like that I said that about, he's on Broadway, you know? So
The writing's on the wall for my kids. They're not going to be the next Bowie.
you don't know.
Well, but you do.
I think we got some time. I think we got some time to see what's happening.
Top 5 favorite musical acts. And before you tell me, I just want to say that Fish is one of the worst bands of all time. I just had to air that out. Jam bands are awful, all right? Grateful Dead,
agree.
Widespread Panic.
No, I agree.
All of them garbage. Now continue.
I agree. I'm just saying if I look at someone like that fucking dude's a Fish dude, I might play it just to appease him. Yeah, I don't listen to Fish or the Dead.
Okay.
Top 5 music. I gotta say, man, that's really hard. But I'm gonna try.
All right.
Radiohead.
That's not weird.
That's top. That's my top. Biggie. Wu-Tang. Okay, that's hip hop. Go over there. I don't know. This is so hard. I come from that PJ Harvey, Queens of the Stone Age. Throw those in there.
I mean, that's 5 technically.
That's technically 5.
Did you like Tori Amos ever?
I did.
Go through a phase of her?
Yes, I did. All them bitches. Tori Amos. Like, I'm going to tell you the Holy Trinity. Like,
Okay.
Tori Amos, Ani DeFranco, Bjork, PJ Harvey. That's where I'm at.
Bjork always, I was like, I can't do it.
You really?
I mean, maybe if there's like 1 or 2 key songs, but like, I'm not artistic enough to appreciate it. It's
And she would say, but it's pop music and I make it for everybody. And you're like, no
I'm like,
way.
this shit's weird.
It's so good. Like, I probably love like 95% of her music.
If you could be in any band,
To sing
yes,
background for?
any version of it.
Or any version.
Say if a band has a lead singer that you could pull it off and they die, and now they want to
Ooh.
continue on,
Oh my God.
but they want to bring in music.
Jesus.
I mean, it's a great scenario.
It's a great scenario.
We
I feel like
just-
that only happens to guys. I can only think of like guy bands where they're
It's never happened where they've replaced a front man. It can be a guy and they replace him
and
with
they're
you.
with the
But you're saying it's never happened. That's interesting. Why not? That's sexist.
I mean, because like seems like those old bands are the ones that are like replacing, like, right, like Journey and the Dead. I can't even think of like a younger band that has replaced.
We got to find
I
somebody,
can't
put a
think of
hit out
one.
on somebody.
Yeah, because I can't think of a band I would. If you asked me to sing back, like anybody could bring me out of like my background in retirement, it would be like D'Angelo.
Oh,
Singing those backgrounds would be so sick.
all I think about when I think of him,
What?
I just think about the V.
That body.
That's all I think about
yo.
the V. The first when you're a kid, you see that on MTV. You're like, oh shit, I might need to do some sit-ups.
Right? That shit was crazy.
That
To
was-
be in love with that
Camera
dude.
was so low back then. It was like just kept.
just right there. Yeah.
You released an album in 2023.
I released a couple songs.
Okay.
Hail Mary, hail me, Jesus, oh, Buddha, he's a real.
Will you try to like release a full album now?
That's what I'm working on. Now I have time. She's gone all the time, and she's just out with her friends, and that was my main priority. the
Will
last
10 Little
17
Fingers
years.
be on that album?
Definitely not.
I heard you do sound baths now and music class for like adults.
I'm starting to, because everything that's happened with the kids, all the ladies are like, can we just do this without the kids, because they're not like, not everybody sits there like,
Bill.
Somebody just running around after the kid and they're like exhausted. And so they're like, can we do this without the kids and some wine and food? And I was like, yeah,
Are you going to get rid of children altogether?
hopefully.
What?
No, not all the way, but I started this to hang out with my kid. Now I have an adult as of yesterday. She's a full adult. So yeah. And it's time to sort of transition.
But there's also like a dynamic between a teenage girl and her mother that you can't really fight against.
Oh my God. It's crazy. Because we are so much alike. So it's almost just too much.
You guys ever fight over the same guy?
Yeah, no. She's more like, who's that? Like, I hate him. Like, who is he?
All right, music. Anything you need from me for the rest of your life, you can have.
I love you. I got my keyboard, and my book.
That's garbage.
Well, I do. I am coming to play pickleball,
Oh, okay.
and I'm bringing tacos.
We're gonna play pickleball and eat tacos.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, they're
Do you-
vegetarian tacos.
Do you play pickleball?
No, but I'm sure I can. It
yes.
doesn't look very hard.
It's not.
That's why I'm dying to do it.
It's fun and stupid.
Exactly.
All right. See you soon. See you.
All right. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
I'm out.
Tosh Show. That was enjoyable. I want to thank Musiic for being on the show. I also want to say that she looked incredibly thin. Now, I need to get to some business. Sometimes I plug things on the show. I ask for free shit, and sometimes they send it to us. Recently, Stance, I said I like their socks. They sent us 9 pair. Now, I don't want to come across as an ingrate, but 9? There's 4 people that work here. What are we going to do with 9 pair of socks? We each get 1 1/4? Listen, Stance, send me 100 pair. 100 pair of socks, not 9 pair. Or I'm going to start wearing Bombas. You hear me? Who else sent us some free stuff? Homesick candles? Nope. What's this? Nope. What's this? Los Angeles? No. Let's see who wins this battle. New York City? That's not bad. I like New York. All right. Yeah, that one's not bad either. Beer League. All right. I'll keep New York and Beer League. That's the thing. When you send stuff, I pick through it, then the rest of the guys get the stuff that I don't like. So 5 candles is nice. 20 would be the right number. Gugon, they got it right. They sent us a box of stuff. I'll be removing sticker residue well into my hundreds. Eddie, you drink bourbon?
I do not.
Nah, that's a shame. Jim Gaffigan, hysterical comedian, friend, sent me a bottle of his own bourbon. Father Time came up with his own bourbon, wrote a whole letter. He's just, sending it to people. And then if they can promote it or put it on their social media, I guess, that helps them out. I'm not going to do that, but I'll acknowledge that he sent me it. What do you think of that, Carl? You like bourbon? You act like you do. Well, good for Jim. And then by me talking about it, I think he'll be like, all right, that was nice. Got to stay on his good side. Boy, because you got to stay on Jim's good side. If you're on Jim's bad side, oh, man, he'll have you blackballed. Blackballed from the industry. No, couldn't be a nicer fella. And I'm happy that he has his own bourbon. What else we got? Plug the GOAT. All episodes are on Prime right now. Boyswearpink.com. Get some clothes for your toddler so they can look adorable this summer. Got a tour. I'm in San Ynez, Vegas, New Orleans, Hawaii. Second show added in Honolulu. What else? Carl, you got anything going on? Anything fun in your life? You look scruffy. Ready to go play in the mountains with me? Go for a hike? Yeah? You think you could intimidate a bear? Like push comes to shove. What are you doing when a bear comes in front of us? Nothing? There's a drip gonna fall off your nose. Oh, I just saw it. It went into your mug, your coffee. I love you. You love me? Carl, you love me? You love me? All right, another one of my son's bedtime stories. See you next week.
Once upon a time in a faraway land, I love rainbows. There's an octopus in the ocean. His name was Brubby. And all he wanted to do is kick his leg, but he was too small. He was still a baby. The end.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.